Good morning, welcome to Love Answers, and today we're going to be doing some Heartbreak Ask cards. I will also be doing another video, Love Answers, which are all based around nature, fire, earth, air and water, and how we can use nature in our healing. So I'm going to kick off with some Heartbreak Ask cards first. Also, maybe check out my story, because I'll be sharing my story on here of kind of one heartbreak that kind of was kind of the catalyst for me kind of doing what I'm doing today, which happened quite a while ago. So I think it's kind of appropriate that as I'm sharing the Heartbreak Ask and the Love Answers cards, that I also share my story, because I think we can only truly understand someone's opinion or appreciate someone's opinion when we actually know that they've been through something that was challenging and that they've kind of overcome that challenge. Okay, so the first Heartbreak card ask is, how do I function? And I think this is one of the first things that happens when we go through heartbreak. We feel we have the inability to function, because the mind absolutely goes into, well, actually the mind kind of checks out and the emotions just take over. And when we have those emotions that are going absolutely crazy with absolutely no understanding of how to calm, how to bring clarity, how to understand, then we go into chaos. When we go into chaos, we can't function. It's like anything. It's like if you have a car and something goes wrong with it and it isn't addressed, then it doesn't function. It's the same with us as human beings. When we don't clear those emotions and connect with who we are, then we lose ourselves, and we tend to withdraw and go into our own world. And because that world's a safe world, it's a protected world, no one can hurt you in that world. And that's very true, and it's a natural process. When you are going through that level of heartbreak, it is a natural process to withdraw, and I think it's an important part of the process. But I also think, from experience and looking back, if you can connect to a little part of you, because when we're going through that, we feel that we don't want to go on and that we can't live without the person or the situation that's happened. We feel that life's never going to be how we imagined it. But we always have that little tiny weeny bit of hope that it's going to be okay. And what I would say, it's about feeding that little bit of hope and holding on to those things that make you feel like you, that make you feel connected, that make you feel part of the world. And that doesn't necessarily mean going out and, meeting someone or doing extreme things to get over it. What it means is just little things that bring you back to you. And it's very difficult when you're going through something like that, because in those very initial stages, it's all about the other person. Why did this person do this? How could they do it? Why me? Why are these things happening? And when you're feeding yourself all of those negative thoughts, and natural thoughts, but negative thoughts, then you basically take all of your energy, and the energy is completely drained, and then you cannot function. Again, like the car, if it has no fuel, it can't function. And when you're not giving yourself anything, you have the inability to function. So what I would say in those moments is, which I will be sharing here, I have a course coming up, which is a 7-step course, from heartbreak to healing. And it's the first course, so it's kind of almost like the foundation course. And part of that course will be how to connect to the core of yourself, and how to keep that little flicker that little kind of flame that's at the pit of your stomach that you know is there, that you know hasn't been completely extinguished, how to keep that alive, how to fuel it, and how to make it grow so that it becomes strong, it becomes bright, it becomes powerful, and it becomes amazing. And if you are in those initial stages of heartbreak, you will think that's never going to be possible, but it's 100% possible. 100% possible. I'm not even 99% possible, it's 100% possible, because your mind has a memory. It has a memory of before the heartbreak. It's incredibly powerful. And all it is there's like a little hiccup in the functioning of how you're functioning. And if you flip the coin and bring the focus back to yourself, what you will do, you will turn your heartbreak to healing, but in the most amazing, magnificent, inspirational way. And I think we all want to do that. You know, we all want to have a purpose. We all want to know that our suffering and our pain has benefited, whether it's someone else or whether it's something bigger. We all want to know that we didn't suffer for nothing. That, you know, it's like when there's wars, you know, people go through great suffering, you know, people are always aiming to have something that they feel that suffering was worth it, that someone else has benefited. At the Second World War, people sacrificed their lives, but at the same time, many of us today wouldn't be living with the freedom that we live today. So we benefit from their sacrifice. And I think that's such a huge part of changing the way you see heartbreak and turning it into something that's extremely powerful and extremely positive. And, you know, if you're lying there and you're, you know, maybe you're just in bed and you're crying and you're pulling the covers over your head and thinking, do you know what, I'm listening to this, but I'm not really listening to it, that's okay. Absolutely okay, because some part of you will be absorbing the positive, and when the time is right, then you will connect with something that's going to shift the pattern. And the whole purpose of me doing these videos is heartbreak's inevitable. We will all go through heartbreak in our lifetime. It's the same. You cannot have light without dark. You cannot have night without day. You have to have both, because life is about balance. But what you can do, you can manage and turn those moments of suffering into something that actually is painful, but you learn from it, but you come through it very quickly so that you don't waste precious lifetime. And basically that's what I'm going to share on here, how to overcome heartbreak quickly. And, you know, we say time is the greatest healer. Time is the greatest healer, but then time is limited. And we want to, it doesn't mean that, you know, 5 years down the line, you're not going to feel anything. No, this isn't about not feeling anything. This is about taking away that debilitating, non-functioning paralysis of heartbreak so that you can function, you can do, you can smile again, you can laugh again, you can feel again, you know, all of the things that we're supposed to do as a human being. So I hope something in there helped. If it did, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm going to be doing a love answers video next, and then I'll be doing a little bit more of my story, so which I hope you're enjoying. And have an amazing day, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.